U.S. employees are more unhappy than they were in the thick of the pandemic, and there was a survey data out right now that indicates that people are just feeling kind of uneasy about it. Polling from Gallup shows 44% of people are experiencing stress at work, and that number, unfortunately, seems to be going up every year.
Here to talk more about why people are just so unhappy at work is our 9 News parenting expert and therapist, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Why do people have these feelings?
Yes, it's shocking because people are unhappier today than in the height of the pandemic. And here's really why. We're breaking it down. There's lots of research getting done on this, like why. So during the pandemic, it was almost like everyone's dream came true. Like, oh, I never really wanted to go into the office all the time. And I can do laundry in the day and I can walk the dog in the middle of the day, those kinds of things. But what's happened is you realize you're missing that social connection, even in hybrid work environments. So we are realizing the nitty-gritties of what made people get advancements at work, have creative ideas at work. It's the quick conversation that we had that sparks an idea. It's the little conversation we had that maybe brightened my day. And now people are missing that. And even in a hybrid situation, when you go back, you don't quite have that same rapport.
Right.
So people are figuring that out.
Yeah, especially in a Monday through Friday situation. Sometimes that's the only social interaction you have. Believe me, my colleagues are very lucky to have me bothering them when they're trying to work every day with my interesting conversations. No?
Exactly.
Don't agree? Okay, let's talk about that working remotely, because you're right. For a long time, we thought this is kind of a nice little dream. We can be flexible with this. Is it actually causing more stress for employees?
It is because, number one, of the social isolation, the lack of connectivity with other people, and they're saying that even your ability to get advanced. So bosses, by research, are giving their employees less feedback. So if you work in a remote situation, they're saying you're not getting as much feedback. You don't know maybe what you could be doing better. And so it's really having this sort of social consequence as well as advancement consequence. And what they say is that people are just feeling ambivalent, in between, they're uncertain, and human beings do not like uncertainty.
So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that like this workplace structure is super important when it comes to employees actually being happy in the workplace.
That's another really big consequence of this is the lack of structure. So you get up when you want. Maybe you work as late as you want. You might be working more hours, so therefore you're less happy. So we knew that in 2020, like right away, people's lack of structure.
Yeah.
But actually even a hybrid environment right now is proving, and again, about a quarter of people are hybrid. Some people are still fully remote. And yes, we're talking about a lot of white collar jobs, which are a lot of jobs in America. But that lack of structure is really throwing people off. And yes, even 4 years into this, human beings don't quite know how to do that for themselves.
Yes, what exactly are companies doing to try to, incorporate more of that structure, make sure that if you are working these flexible situations, that you still have that social interaction with your colleagues?
They're doing a lot. They're trying a lot of things. Everything from yoga and mindfulness and, wellness weeks, which sometimes I get brought in to do. They're educating people. But also they're bringing in, when they're there, bar carts and better snacks and
Bar cards?
Yeah.
bar carts.
You should have seen my face. I
Bar
was like,
cart?
what?
Bar carts.
Done.
I don't
Happy
know
hour
what
at 9
company,
a.m.
but that has been cited that there's some company out there bringing in a bar cart. So they're doing all that fun stuff that maybe we used to associate with like Silicon Valley, big
Yes.
tech,
But you're
right?
seeing it at more
But
places
now
now.
more companies are bringing those kinds of perks in to see how that improves morale and engagement within the workplace.
You have to admit, the social interaction is a big thing. How many times have we said, oh, I didn't want to get out of bed today, but I had to get some gossip from Corey this morning, or I had to get some,
Totally.
Yes.
vice versa.
It is, because I worked remote fully for a long time, and I liked some aspects of it, but I really did miss coming in. So I can see where that's coming from. Now, we got to give credit to 9 News, because we did have a coffee bar cart recently. Wasn't quite the bar cart, which sounds a little bit
That's not
more
the bar
fun.
cart she's talking about
I don't
here.
think so, but I don't know for sure.
But don't you worry, we're going to put in for a request for a bar cart.
Bar cart.
Yes.
6 a.m. It's coming.
Oh, geez.
Thank you, Dr. Ziegler. Appreciate it. Let's get a check of your